All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, Brakatah Yahweh Shemel Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. All right, we want to give double honors to the apostles and elder bishops here at Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, pushing the work in truth and sincerity. All right, I'm here with the brother.
All
right, the head brother here at Great Millstone, Wisconsin. Coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, is edifying. Okay, and the name of the topic, all right, is white guilt is the Lord's reproach, and he is trying to run from it. Okay, and in fact, he's doubling down on, just being a devil, man, being malicious and malignant. Okay, and he's trying to push to the world that he's this upstanding and he's being attacked and he's playing a victim right now. But truth be told, this is the Lord's reproach on this man, how he's been ruling. Okay. And the Lord's he's been opening it up for them to be revealed. All right. And that's all through the Spirit. Okay. And so with all of that happening, his response is, all right, he's just gonna go gun ho and take everybody down, all right, and attack everybody. Okay. And as of late, we've been seeing what's been going on with these different Edomites, like this dude Hegseth. It's another guy, Steve, I forget his name. But a lot of these Christian nationalists, posing themselves to be Christian, but in reality, you're just a bunch of devils, man. All right.
White supremacy.
There you go. Yep. White supremacists, man. Okay. And your version of Christianity is nothing but colonialism, man. It's the new age colonialism. And that's why you're trying to wipe away your history, because it's a stain on who you are. Okay. And you want the younger generation of Edomites to have no guilt. Why? Because you're finna do what you've done in the beginning. Rape, rob, and murder some more. Okay. So that's all it is. But what they don't understand is the reproach of the Lord. We know it,
But the heads of them know it, the elites.
Yeah.
They know that the empire of the Edomites, which is Babylon the Great, is falling. And they're trying to do all they can to rouse up that old Greekish Roman spirit back. And them old ancient spirits is coming back. I got some real quick before you get
You got it, bro.
This is Psalms 37 and 35 to 36. It says, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree, yet he passed away. And lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Okay? So Esau has had that great power. All right, he took over the world. He basically planted his flag.
Yeah, kind of.
But eventually, he's going to be taken out of the way. So what we see right now is Esau's trying to he's holding on.
Yeah.
He's trying to hold on to that. It was something called the Great White Hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who the dude who was supposed to fight? Was it?
It was one of the Wayans brothers. You talking the movie?
No. Well, the actual guy that was supposed to fight. Who did Sylvester Stallone play? Rocky.
Rocky. Oh yeah.
The white dude, the white boy.
You talking about the Russian?
No, not the Russian.
Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, Rocky Marciano. Man, I forgot it was. If it's the right story. But anyway, Esau is fishing for that great white hope spirit to come back, because they know that they're on their way out.
Yep.
And that's what Revelation 4th chapter is talking about.
Yeah. I'll get it for you real quick.
Yeah, Mama Shah.
Kind of.
They know that he has
have a short time. That's right.
So they're gathering all their minions. They're gathering their own Roman spirit back, and they're going to just go full throttle.
That's right. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Which is the prophets. And the Lord, the believers, we're rejoicing because we see the prophecies.
That's right.
You see, that's why it's telling us to rejoice. Because we're witnessing prophecy right now. Go ahead.
It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
That's it right there. He knows that he has but a short time. And this is why they're making these, the Department of War, because they're going to go all out. They're going to cause chaos to establish their a new world order.
Yeah.
You know? You got it.
What is that? The scripture said their houses shall continue forever.
Yep. Psalms, I think it's 49 and 11.
40, oh, yeah.
I think it's 49 and 11.
So Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. Yep. It says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Yeah, their race, their genealogy. But eventually it's going to get taken out. It's going to get blotted out.
That's right.
You know, their kingdom, their empire. They think that they can continue their empire through technocracy, through technology, through police state, through the mark of the beast. Okay?
Sure, never
that's their inward thought. That's what it's talking about. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Yeah, through this new pseudo lifestyle. CBDC, the credit, what is it?
The social credit system.
Social credit system.
Yeah.
All right, and eventually it's going to get to like a draconian measure where whoever doesn't bow down and obey, you get put to death.
Yeah.
That's the spirit they're in, the Department of War.
Exactly. This overwhelming, overshadowing system, you know. And because you got the Great Reset. Well, that is, it's called the I think it's the Great Reset, where they're trying to reset the whole world.
Yeah.
Reset the system, the economic systems, and bring in the CBDC. Yeah.
Through their science.
Yeah.
Through their science and technology. Science and technology is the top thing right now.
Yeah.
You got it.
It says, in their dwelling places to all generations, they call their lands after their own names. Yeah, and that's Esau, man. And the brother put it perfectly, you know. So we know what this devil is up to, but the word has went out. You know, that reproach is there, and ain't nothing you can do about it. That's the Lord's reproach, you know. Here I got Lamentations 4:21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. It says, that dwellest in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Yeah, we had to swallow that cup. And we the apple of the Lord's eye. What makes you think?
Shamed,
Yeah. Perfect.
Cursed.
Yeah.
So that cup is for you. Now you being shamed. Now you being cursed.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. It says, that dwellest in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yep. This is a future prophecy. All right. When that cup is going to be captivity, going to be slavery. You know?
Yeah. And they're drunken now, you know?
Yeah.
And they're naked now because the Lord is exposing the tyranny. There's sometimes we call it their carbon footprint. The things that they've done throughout their history. You know? Yeah. And then they're trying to hide it up or hide it. But it says, verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Right? He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that's what happened. The Lord has discovered your sins and all the evil and wickedness that you've done, especially to the apple of the Lord's eye, which are the Israelites. You know, your biggest transgression is how you treated us, all right, in that, transatlantic slave trade.
Yep, you took our culture, you took our nationality.
Yep. And you broke so many laws. And there's the thing, like, you propped yourself up to be these Christians, these God-fearing. Yeah, you did it to the world.
Yeah.
All right. But the Lord had his eye on you the whole time. So you being judged by the same, by the law. All right. which here, I'm going to get this real quick. It's like Sirach 23 and 19. And it reads, it says, such a man only feared the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
Yeah, so Esau's being reported on.
Hell yeah.
You know, in fact,
we're a witness too.
Yeah. That's the spirit. I was just gonna say that, and we're witnesses.
Yeah,
we're the witnesses, and we're in court. You know, telling the judge.
I got you.
You know.
Yeah. This is Psalms 50. All right, and 16 it says, but unto the wicked the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Yep.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth. Right, and then you make yourself, then you say you was a Puritans, and then you say this is a Judeo-Christian, you know?
And using the scriptures. You use the scriptures through Christianity, Roman, what you call them, the conquistadors.
Yeah.
They came with the Bible. Catholicism.
Yeah.
They came with the Bible. And with the Bible, you use the Bible to slaughter. You use the Bible to rape, rob, and murder, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Can you read that again?
It says, Psalms 50 and 16, but unto the wicked the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
Right.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
Yeah, which is talking about the scriptures.
Yeah.
You've held up the Bible so long, and you have not been. Well, the scripture says when it's speaking about the false prophets. What is it? Was it 1 Timothy 4, where it says, try the spirit by the spirit. Yeah. So you've been tried, though.
Yeah.
You had the book, and you've been tried.
Yeah. For power.
And you're not a man of the Most High.
Nope.
You're a fake. You're a phony.
Yeah.
In fact, in Apocrypha, it says that you were counterfeits.
Yeah, we esteem, they esteem as like.
Yeah. So you've been lying to be righteous this whole time, and now you're being exposed that you're wicked. You know?
That's happened too, where it says his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright in him.
It's not upright in him.
Yeah.
You know? And I can say this, not only that we're the witnesses, you have other Edomites being a witness against yourselves too.
Psalm 65.
Exactly. Psalm 60, what is it, 68?
64, yeah.
64 and 8.
Yeah.
That their tongue shall fall upon themselves. You know? So your track record, that receipt is very, very long, man.
Yeah, they like to bring out statistics on Jake. You know, they try to point the finger and play the victim. But you got Edomites who are exposing the stuff that you've been doing over the years.
Yeah.
All right.
Hypocrisy. Yeah. That's why that dude, you know, he got hit.
Oh yeah.
What that dude was talking about all this time.
Cap.
He ended up getting popped.
And Cap got capped.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys are a bunch of hypocrites.
Yep.
And liars and deceitful.
And the Lord exposed them.
Yeah.
Verse 19, Psalms 50 and 17. It says, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, when thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And that's what Esau's been doing.
That's what them speech has been about.
Yeah.
That's what them Klaus Schwab and Klaus, whatever the fuck his name is.
Klaus Schwab, yeah.
And Noah.
Yuval.
Harari.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the technocrats.
Yeah.
You know, the other dude who said, if you think that you're going to stop me from being a god, it's when you're going to be in the word of hell. Just try.
Peter Thiel.
Yeah.
You got that guy, Yarvin. Last name Yarvin. I forget his first name.
Yeah.
But all of those guys, you know.
Never wickedness in your mouth, man.
That's it.
And the prophets are revealing Real quick, you want to go to their mouth was
smoother than butter.
smoother than butter.
I think that's
Psalms
58.
I don't think 58.
Mm.
Psalms something 21. 55 and 21.
Yeah. This is Psalms chapter 55. Yep. Verse 21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was
real
in
slick.
it.
Calm. You know.
Yeah.
We came in the guise of peace and help. It was smoother than butter.
Yeah.
Oh, the devil.
Yeah. It says, but war was in his heart.
See, the Department of War. But war is in your heart.
Yeah.
And at this point, this speech right now, y'all not hiding it, man. You can read between the lines, so to speak, on what he's on.
Cool.
So what this dude is saying. You know, they trying to get that Roman Empire back, man. Look at the symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
A conspiracy theorist is a nut.
Right, right. But the whole time they,
You know,
yeah.
they throwing up, they flashing the symbols, and look, all these they want, you know, they have the interest of the elite.
Yeah, that's right.
You got it.
Going back to Psalms 55 and 21, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yep.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Peace.
Yep.
Peace. And if I'm not mistaken, he said it up in here. He said something about peace. You need to have war or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember where it was at, but hey, he was going in.
Yeah, fair use.
The honorable thing and resign.
The new standards include new grooming rules that prohibit beards and a
well, that's just an overview, a summary of what took place.
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah, they got snippets. Toxic leadership. Oh, this is good because they got these talking points. Yeah. Fitness standards, Department of War's mission to peace through strength. Oh my God.
Here's the scoop. A new podcast.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Everything I ask.
The mission of the newly restored Department of War is this: war fighting, preparing for war and preparing to win, unrelenting and uncompromising in that pursuit. Not because we want war. No one here wants war. But
that's bullshit because that's all Esau been talking about. You know, they know they're losing their country. They knew that they were their numbers were dwindling when it came to reproduction.
Yeah.
Right? And they knew the minority was going to take over. These are studies that they've been screaming about for the last few decades.
15 years, 20 years.
That's right.
It's called the Browning of America.
Perfect.
All right.
See?
They did documentaries and studies on this, on how Esau is
phasing out.
Yeah, how they're phasing out.
Yeah.
Right? And this is just another repeat, like back in the ancient world.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a foreshadowing. Because remember, back in the pagan Roman Empire, Israelites started to move up in the ranks in politics and war and entertainment and all manner of basically life at that time. And then it shifted from the pagan Roman Empire to the Byzantine Empire. And this is the same thing that's going to happen now. Even though Babylon is going to be destroyed, but this is just a foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And Esau is scared.
Yeah.
You see?
Perfect.
Their women ain't producing anymore. So they're trying to get this hope, this Edomite hope to take over again through draconian law measures.
Yeah, they said at the funeral they was having like a hookup thing between Edomites and stuff. It was like it was like the online they was meeting each other and basically they're trying to, you know, it's mating season for Esau.
Yeah.
it's because we love peace.
They don't love peace, man. This is
Right.
that's the biggest lie in the world, man. Because America's all about war. They always been about war, whether it be covertly or overtly,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be blatant or hidden. Okay.
We love peace for our fellow citizens. They deserve peace.
And nobody's a citizen. Let these Edomites tell you, ain't nobody a citizen but them.
Yeah.
You know.
And they rightfully expect us to deliver it. Our number one job, of course, is to be strong so that we can prevent war in the first place. The president talks about it all the time. It's called peace through strength. And as history teaches us, the only people who actually deserve peace are those who are willing to wage war to defend it.
See, but Esau's been waging war for forever. But enough of this guy. We can keep moving on, you know, because you know your skirts have been lifted. You know, you're naked and exposed.
Yep.
You know, and that's the Lord's doing, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So what are they doing? They're trying to train or brainwash the younger generation of Edomites, because that's what that dude CLK was all about. You know, taking the younger generation and swooning them. And trying to eliminate that guilt. Well, you can't eliminate that guilt because it was the Lord that did it to you, right? So this is Sirach, all right, 41:6. It says, the inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, right? America's going to perish. They ain't got no future, all right? And their posterity, right, dealing with their lineage, all right, and their forefathers, it says, shall have a perpetual reproach. That perpetual is another word for that is everlasting.
Everlasting reproach.
Yeah, and that reproach is correction, all right, or rebuke. Okay,
Yep.
and that's
Reprove.
yeah, reprove. Okay, so it's an everlasting reproving. Okay, and you can't escape it.
Yep.
It's your time. It's your time now.
Yeah, the tables have turned.
Yep. It says the children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. And that's what that white guilt was all about.
Yeah.
Them being reproached.
Yep.
You know? But they trying to play the victim, and now they're finna go on offense. They're finna go war with everybody. That's not about, and that's the new thing. I tried to send it to y'all earlier, but basically the terrorist list, they have Antifa on there as homeborn terrorists, and it says the main thing to identify you if you're a terrorist is if you're against the Christian values, if you're against what was it, capitalism, and there was a third one, I forget, but it's their values. It's Edomite white Christian values, and that's if you're against colonialism, man. You know, so they're gonna start deeming people terrorists based on that criteria. All right.
And these are Christians, mind you.
Right.
So-called Christians.
Right. And the more they open their mouth, the more they get exposed.
Yep.
Right. It says, because they shall be reproached for his sake. All right. And that's what's happening. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, that's Esau, which have forsaken the law of the Most High God. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. That's all. That's all it's set up for. Okay. Because you're supposed to run this planet, this earth a certain way. Okay. You're the reason why things are out of whack. You're the reason why your servants are completely lost their minds. All right. You're the reason why these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are a menace to society, because what? You have perpetuated the culture of violence. Yeah. And you put that stigma on the tribes. Okay. At the same time, you did that to justify, to do what the hell you're doing now, was to make war after them. So they accuse us and throw charges on us, and call us criminals and stuff.
Slander.
Yep, there you go. Perfect, because that's the definition of
Yep, straight slander.
Yep.
Because you created the nigga.
Yep.
You created the hip hop industry. You created all those things.
Yep. Yeah, the CIA had a meeting. Remember you did that lesson on the
CIA had a secret meeting where they introduced gangster rap in the mid 1980s, man.
Yeah.
Early 1980s, because you got to remember, prior to that, it was all music about oppression.
Yeah.
And Benjamin Bunyan was known for that in the 80s.
Yeah.
They were known for that oppression type of music,
Sure.
of uprising and burn Babylon.
Show Raven as a wolf.
You know?
Yeah.
So they were howling.
Come.
And you seen that, and you had to switch. That's what that accused of thy brother. You put us in a category of being niggas and to go off on y'all by Shin Shah.
That's right.
It was your doing.
Yeah.
You know? So now your Edomite babies is being sucked into that, because now the tables is turned. The curses is upon you now.
Yeah. And it was the same thing for the drugs. You poured drugs in the community right along with,
crack in the 80s,
yeah.
and y'all, and Esau turned it to heroin.
Yep.
And they became addicts.
Yep. And they demonized Jake.
Yep. It was a opioid epidemic.
Yeah.
And it was always found in those Edomite neighborhoods, man.
Yeah, there was a big thing on the East Coast.
Yep.
You know, strung out Edomites on the street.
Yep.
But what they do, they didn't punish them. They gave them.
There wasn't no war on drugs then.
No. Show you the hypocrisy. So this is back at Psalms 50 and let's see here, 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother,
which is the Israelites, Jacob.
Yeah. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Yeah, the Lord didn't punish you. He didn't judge you. All right?
What does he say? I need to get this one. I gotta go back to that Luke.
And we ain't got too many more precepts.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
That's perfect. Yeah, so they were fully set in their ways because what? The Lord didn't judge them.
Yep.
You know? Nothing happened. So
witchcraft was working on time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything was hitting.
Yep.
They thought that they were God. They thought that they could never be taken down.
That's right. So back in Psalms 50 and 20, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. So you think the Lord okayed it, like he was okay with it. You know, the scriptures say that the Lord punished us, but the heathen, what did it say? I think it's in Zechariah. It ain't 1 and 11. But it says they forwarded the affliction. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. You know, it says he was a little displeased with Israel, but the heathen forwarded the affliction. Yep. So you made it worse.
You did too much.
Yeah, and that's where the sin lies. You know, so your works are being tried.
Yep.
Okay, so it says
You want to get that for you?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to. This is verse 21. You can get it. It says Psalm 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
And this is your reproach. the elect, the prophets, showing the receipt to all your wickedness and your evil. That's what sighing and crying is about. Yeah. The sighing and crying is we're sighing for all of the oppression, the hell. It should speak about weighing out the saints.
Yeah.
You know, and then we're crying out to the Lord so He can do something about it.
There's Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 for you. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him."
That's what the Lord is doing now with setting us in order right before your eyes. Yeah. He's setting up He's setting up the prophets right in front of you.
That's right.
To rebuke you.
Yeah.
That's the righteous man standing up in great boldness.
Beautiful. And made no account of his labors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is what? The ministry.
Yeah.
Doing this work, they still don't. They
Bringing
still,
up this information.
They still won't try to come in on the prophets.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, we can segue into that deaf adder.
Yeah.
You know. Did you want to bring something out?
I had.
Yeah, because we can 58, and then I got 2 more, and then we can go to that chat.
Okay. Well, I'm good.
Okay, yeah, so this is Psalms 58, and I started at 1. It says, "Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation?" Remember that dude was talking about we bring virtue. You ain't build nothing. His name was Steve something. Bald head white dude. It was at a old boy funeral. It was at CLK's funeral. He was saying, "Oh, you haven't built nothing, and we're the virtuous ones, we're the righteous ones." Just plainly boasting, you know. All right, but it says, "Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation?" All right, do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart, right? Meaning in your mind, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And that's what they thinking. They think about doing violence.
Yep.
Talking about their Christians and all that, and that they forgive. You ain't never forgave nobody.
Nope.
You was always on the offense. You was always doing things here and there.
Sword.
Yeah. So it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And that's Esau, Edom.
Yep.
And here's the part right here, the point. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, which are the prophets, charming never so wisely. Right, so we're sitting there telling you the things that you've done.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're getting angrier by the second. The scriptures say in Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter that we become grievous to behold.
Yep.
You know, and they're mad because we are not for their turn, it says. So what? They're going to use the law of justice to come after us.
Yep.
So what I did was went to chat, and I asked it, what is this? What does Psalms 58:4 means symbolically? Okay, just to give you a little bit more, a little bit more power on the end of this punch.
Yeah.
So it says, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stop at the ear. Symbolically, this verse uses the imagery of venomous snakes to describe the wicked in their nature, especially those in positions of power or influence.
Yeah, that's the Edomites, man.
That's it. That's them.
That's Esau. And they show their position of power all the day long, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It says it says their poison is like the poison of a serpent. It says it's breaking it down. So it says the symbol of corruption and deadly influence. Because that's all you've spread. You spread corruption and deadly influence with your policies and things that you've conjured up, things that you. There you go. Perfect.
The enchantment.
Yeah.
That's the medium, the social media.
Yeah. Entertainment.
Yep.
All of those things. Hollywood, man. Right, yeah, and you put stigmas, caricatures on the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, and said that we were this, that, and the third, said that we were super predators, and so on and so forth.
Yep.
It says, just as a serpent's venom spreads silently but fatally through the body.
And that's what Esau's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's that serpent that spread it silently. Meaning he's coming from different angles. That you're gonna. That's why she said, "Don't be ignorant of Satan's devices."
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. The wiles of the devil. It says the words, lies, and schemes of the wicked are spiritually and socially destructive, and that's what it's been on his behalf. He's been just very destructive because his words will, basically, his words will phase you out. His words can do more than just hurt you on the inside. He forms policies.
Yeah, yeah.
He come at you with policies, man.
Yep.
You know, it says this poison can represent deception and false doctrine, corrupt teachings that mislead people, and they mislead even their own people now.
Yeah, yeah.
And they single-handedly, they're gonna start the civil war, man.
Yeah.
You know.
He's still gonna get it cracked off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why Yahweh Shai told us. He said, "They'll say the house
be divided.
Against house should
stand." That's right. And they divided like a mob.
Yep.
So it says slander and harmful speech, words that destroy reputations or sow division, and that's spot on, man.
Yep.
You know, and that's what they've done. The scriptures say they cast down the excellence. They're trying to cast us down from our excellency.
Yep.
You know, and you paint this picture to the world that we're these malignant and malign people, and it's just not all the truth, because you've been there the whole time behind closed doors, manipulating and forcing that wine down our throats.
Yep.
You know, culture creation. All right. Yeah. You created the culture of the so-called Negro.
Yep.
So it says malicious policies or actions. Remember that the 3 strikes you out.
Yeah, malicious policies.
You know, yep. And you got even more worse policies that's coming up the pipeline.
It's gonna be draconian.
Yep. There
And
you go.
real quick, if I can jump in, this is Daniel 8:25, and originally, just to qualify, this is dealing with Antiochus Epiphanes, but the same spirit of that demonic Greek.
Well, they said it themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
They said it themselves that they was the Greeks and the
Romans. Yeah. So that same vibrational spirit is what you're in now. It says Daniel 8:25, and through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Okay, so through his laws, all right, through deceit, he's gonna cause craft to prosper. Through lies, a false way of living, which is through trying to merge man and machine together. You know, you're gonna you stage attacks and things to get your wickedness, New World Order agenda established.
That's right.
Through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And the word policy, I believe, is shakal.
Yep.
Right.
Yep, shakal. Which says here, it says
wisdom. Yep.
Prudence, so to see forward.
Cunning, in a bad sense.
Right.
See, that's that malicious man.
Yeah. Like everything points to you being the wicked. Everything exposing hunter? You, bro. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Esau was a cunning hunter.
Wow.
It ain't just about hunting animals. Hey, he's hunting people.
Yeah.
He a hunter.
That's it. That's it. All right, so let's go back, Salaki.
That was really
okay. Quick hit. Right. So back in Psalms 58, or no, the symbolism. All right. So malicious policies or actions that harm communities, right, while seeming subtle. Yeah, that's what they did. The war on drugs.
Yep.
You know, the war on poverty. You know. Now they got the Department of War, who's supposed to go after crime. We know what that means. It's very ambiguous. All right, and that means they're going after you so-called black and brown. Because to be honest with you, it's a war against the poor.
Yeah.
You know, because we know now, and they giving them immunity to just police and do whatever they want. So what does that mean? That means some good people, some good wholesome citizens who every day they go to work, they gonna get caught up in the fray of your tyranny, all right, and your aimless violence, okay. So it says, in short, it paints the wicked as inherently dangerous, whose influence brings death and ruin, much like venom does to flesh. Man, that it says, man.
Snake ass motherfuckers. Through your laws.
That old serpent, which is the devil,
Through your laws.
A little bit more. It says they are like the deaf adder that stop at the ear. It says an adder, a type of snake known in the region, symbol of danger. So just dangerous, right? It says deaf adder refers to a snake that won't respond to the charmer's music, which we broke that down. That's the prophets, man. We you know, because
this song that we're playing now.
Yeah, because it's a beautiful song. It's a pure song. It says, which ancient people believe could calm or control serpents. Symbolically, this shows the wicked are willfully stubborn, refusing to listen to reason, truth, or correction.
Stop at the ear.
Yep, to stop at the ear. When you read Wisdom of Solomon, the 2, it goes straight into that, you know, where it says here, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse, start at 9. Well, start at 10. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous men. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Right? So they look at us as worth anything. We're not worth nothing. Right? That's why they got what? We still 3/5 man according to their constitution. Wisdom of Solomon 2:12, it says, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He he upbraided.
That's where the reprover comes in there.
Yeah.
Like being contrary to everything he's about.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why we're reproving him. Tell him, hey, when they say that they can't cast the words behind you, you got the Bible, but you're not upholding it.
That's right.
You know? So we putting that in your face. That you're not doing what the scriptures say. You doing
what the fuck you want to do?
Yeah, you doing the Satan's bidding, so to speak.
Yeah. It says he upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy the transgressings of our education. You know?
I'm telling you, that New World Order is wicked.
That's right.
Science is wicked.
There's nothing but.
Only death comes from that.
That's it. That's it. So back here in chat, it says, unmoved by warnings, even with spiritual charmers, prophets, righteous teachers, try to bring them to repentance, spiritually deaf, choosing rebellion over obedience. And that's why he can't be forgiven. Because what you doing now, you finna go all the way in. It's a metaphor for people whose hearts are hardened. They deliberately block their ears to God's word, like a snake that refuses the charmer's
That's what Pharaoh
control.
did.
That's right.
You see? That's what Pharaoh did, man. He hardened his heart.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And then when you go into Romans, the 9th chapter, it goes to Pharaoh, then it jumps to Esau. This is that empire.
Yeah.
The Babylonian Empire all over again. And that's when it's going to fall. Because we tell you that we the people the Lord knows way back, and you're not listening.
No.
You know? You know it, but you're going to try to go around the prophecies. You know? You got it.
This is the last precept. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:1. It says, hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn, ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. It says, give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. Right? Because they got glory because they rule over all these nations.
Yeah. It's part of the blessing.
Right. Cover the earth as a dew. It says, for power is giving you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels. The Lord did it. That's why this shit is exposed the way it's been exposed. You can't hide it. You know? It says, because being ministers of his kingdom, ye have not judged right, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High. So what's going to happen? It says, horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. So it's going to go from a reproach to what? To total annihilation and destruction.
From riches to rags.
Right.
Riches to chains.
Yeah. From what it said from in Joel, it says from the paradise to a wilderness or something like that. You know. So that's pretty much it, bro. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying, you know. And hey, next time, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shah, by Shemar Kakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, elder bishops at Great Millstone, and you Akim, pushing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bible.